let's just dive right in. This is it. This is the core question that trips up so many people learning Python. And honestly, even developers with years of experience can get tangled up in this. If you can get this right, you're on your way to writing much cleaner, much more predictable code.
So first things first, let's talk about the global variable. The easiest way to think about this is to imagine it's like a public announcement board. You write something on it out in the main area of your code, and pretty much anyone, any function, any part of your program can walk by and read what it says. Now, let's see what that actually looks like. Here, we've got a variable x that we've just created out in the open, in that global space. Now notice how our little function, myfunc, can just reach out and grab x to build its print statement. It's doing exactly what we said. It's just reading from that public announcement board. And the result is, well, exactly what you'd probably guess. The function looks outside of itself, finds that global x, and uses its value. Simple, right? It's straightforward, but this is where things start to get a little more interesting. And here we go. This is the plot twist. So if that public announcement board is named x, what happens when a function creates its own little private sticky note and also calls it x? Which one does Python listen to?
Well, Python's solution here is actually pretty smart. It just creates two completely separate worlds. It says, okay, the x outside the function and the x inside the function, they're two totally different things. One lives out in that global public space, while the other only exists inside the local world of that function. So here's the absolute key takeaway. When myfunc says x equals fantastic, it is not changing the original global x. Not at all. It's creating a brand new local variable that only myfunc knows about. This is a really important concept called shadowing. That local x basically casts a shadow over the global one, hiding it from view, but only while we're inside the function. And we can see that happening right here. The first print statement, the one that's called from inside myfunc, it prints fantastic. And that makes sense, right? Because when the function looks for x, the first place it looks is right at home, in its own local space. It finds its own version first and uses that one. But then, check this out. As soon as the function's over, and we run that second print statement, the one back in the main global part of the code, it prints awesome. That local fantastic variable, poof, it vanished the second the function finished. And our original global public board variable was there the whole time, completely untouched. Okay, so this brings us to the real puzzle, doesn't it? What if we don't want to create a new local variable? What if we actually want to reach out from inside our function and, erase and rewrite what's on that global announcement board? How do we tell Python, hey, I mean the other one?
Well, thankfully, Python gives us a special tool for this exact situation, and that tool is the global keyword. You can think of it like a special key that unlocks the door from that little local room and gives you full editing permission for the public global space.
Its job is really simple, but it's incredibly powerful. When you declare a variable as global inside a function, you're basically yelling to Python, hey, stop, don't create a new variable for me. For this one, I specifically want to work with the global one that already exists.
And using it is a piece of cake. It's really just a two-step process. First, you announce what you're going to do. You declare your intent. Then, on another line, you go ahead and make your change. Let's see it in the code.
And here it is. Look at that very first line inside myfunc, global x. That is our magic key. That single line tells Python that anytime we talk about x inside this function, we're talking about the global one. So, when the next line runs, x equals fantastic, we're not creating anything new. We are directly reaching outside the function and changing that original global x.
And would you look at that? The final output after we call myfunc is fantastic. We did it. We successfully reached out from inside the function and permanently changed the value of the global variable. Problem solved. So let's just do a quick recap of the rules of the road here. Variables you make outside functions are global by default. Your functions can read them no problem, but if you try to give a new value to a variable with the same name, you'll just create a local one that shadows the global one. And if you want to break that rule and actually modify the global variable, you have to explicitly use the global keyword to state your intention. So, mastering the global keyword is a massive step. It's a powerful tool in your tool belt, but it also leads to a much bigger, more advanced question. Just because you can change a global variable from anywhere you want, does that mean you should? You see, when your code gets really big and complex, a change deep inside one function could cause some really weird, unexpected side effects somewhere else entirely, and that can make bugs an absolute nightmare to track down. So that opens up a whole other conversation about writing clean, maintainable code, and that's something really cool to think about as you continue your Python journey.